Hey everybody, it's Jenny Procopi. Welcome to another AWAP Wednesday. If you haven't been with us before, AWAP stands for As Well As Possible. And in all things I do with Chronic Babe, that's my wish for you, that you are as well as possible every day, despite being a sick chick. So, today's video comes from a fellow Chronic Babe. She's got a big problem, and I think a lot of us can relate. Okay, our fellow Chronic Babe writes, I have a question about how to talk about chronic illness when you're with friends. I have some old friends that I only chat with occasionally, so they are not really aware of my day-to-day life. I get the feeling that talking about my chronic illness makes them uncomfortable, as whenever I mention it, they go silent. I don't feel the need to share in great detail or give them a sob story or try and get their pity. I just want to catch up with them and have fun. I try not to talk about it so as to put them at ease, but honestly it hurts a bit that they refuse to talk about such a big part of my life. And because it's such a huge part of my life, I can't really answer questions like, what have you been up to, without at least briefly mentioning my illness. I'm not sure if I'm reading their reactions wrong or if the way I talk about it is somehow wrong. What would you do? Oh babe, I can totally relate. When we are sick and hurting, we just want to hang out with our friends and we want to have a good time and we don't want to focus on negativity, but we also just want to be able to be ourselves, and that can be kind of challenging for some people. I think the root of this problem is fear. I think that you might be afraid of overwhelming the conversation with health-related stuff. Your friends might be afraid of saying something that might come off as insensitive. And actually, a lot of people who don't ever have chronic illness or chronic pain yet, they sometimes don't even feel comfortable talking about it. It's like they feel like they're going to get something if they put any energy into it. Fear is a very natural emotion, but it builds walls. It puts up unhealthy boundaries between us and other people and interrupts the chance for us to have an intimate connection with them. So I have a few ideas for you for how to break down some of those boundaries. My first tip is to start with one friend, not a whole circle of friends. Start with one friend and have a one-on-one conversation and keep it simple and brief and without blame. So say something like, hey, I really care about you. I love our friendship. I want us to grow closer. And when I talk about my illness, I feel like there's something going on. So I just want to let you know, sometimes I've got to talk about it, but I don't want it to overwhelm the conversation. And I always want to hear about you. I just want you to know that. Now imagine you started a conversation like that with someone. That kind of opener can really break down a lot of barriers. Okay, my second tip is to develop a secret code. Maybe you have days where you feel like crap and you don't want to talk about it, but you also don't want to pretend that it's not there. Like you kind of need your friend to know that it's happening in the background, but you don't want to focus on it. So let's say you start a conversation like this. Hey, it's so great to see you. I want to hear everything that happened this weekend. Just so you know, I'm bamboozled today. But still, I want to hear about everything that's going on, so bring it. Now imagine you started a conversation like that. It kind of sets the tone, and your friend can say something loving and caring, and then you know that they care and they know what's going on with you and you're being real, but you're not focusing your negative energy on the illness, which I think is a good place to be. Okay, next I want you to spread the love. I want you to pick one other person and do the same thing. I want you to have that conversation, set your secret code, do whatever you need to do. I know it can be challenging, but the more you do it, the more deeply connected you will be with so many other people, and it's going to feel great. If you're a fan of advice columnist Dan Savage, like I am, then you've heard this next phrase. Now cover your ears if you're sensitive. DTMFA, or dump the motherfucker already. If you have a friend that you are trying to connect with on a deeper level, and you're sincerely reciprocating and asking questions about their life and trying to connect with them and understand how they're doing, and they're not reciprocating or they can't handle talking about your illness, Screw it. DTMFA. You don't need people like that. Now, not every person in your life is going to understand everything, and not every friend is going to be the same kind of friend. But if you have somebody who's really disrespecting you, really not caring, doesn't want to know what's going on with you, boot them. You don't need them. You got plenty of great friends already. I am super eager to hear your thoughts about this. Have you had a conversation like this before? How did it go? What did you say? I really want to know. So if you're not already at chronicbabe.com, hop on over, jump in the comments, tell us your story. I really want to hear all the details. Did you like this video? Please like it on Facebook or YouTube, or share it on any of the social media channels that you hang out on. Like, we're on Twitter and Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram and the website, and we're everywhere. So share it with your friends. My goal, as always, is to reach as many young women with chronic illness as possible, help them lead kick-ass lives, and you can help me do that. Oh, and don't miss a thing. Head to chronicbabe.com right now and sign up for our free weekly newsletter. You'll get announcements about videos like this, new programs that I'm launching. When you sign up, you get a free PDF toolkit that's got tons of advice for how to start your life as a chronic babe, to start living a really amazing life today in spite of illness. That's my gift to you. Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to be with me today, babes. I don't know if you could hear it, but I have a little bit of a cold. I'm doing the best I can. I hope you have a great day, and until we meet again, be AWAP. Mwah. Beep. Bamboozled.